You're part of the last generation that remembers, before smartphones, before social media, before the world became a screen. You remember what it felt like to be here, actually here, not half present, not distracted, not performing, just alive, in the moment, in your body, in the world. And now something has changed. Life doesn't feel real anymore. It feels like you're watching it through glass, like you're a character in someone else's story, like you're here, but not really here. What happened? Let me take you back. Maybe 2000, depends on your age. But there was a moment, a brief window, when the world still had edges. The world was finite. You woke up in your bedroom, not in a feed, not in someone else's life, in your room, with your posters, your mess. You went to school, you came home, you did homework, you watched one show at one specific time. If you missed it, you missed it. No rewind, no replay, no algorithm suggesting what to watch next. Boredom was normal. Saturday afternoon. Nothing to do. No notifications pulling you. No infinite scroll filling the void. Just time. Empty, slow, stretched out time. And you had to fill it yourself. So you called a friend on a landline hoping they were home. Rode your bike somewhere, without GPS, without a plan. Read a book, because what else was there? Sat on the porch and did nothing, and it felt fine. Not boring in the modern sense, that restless, itchy, desperate boredom. Just quiet. Conversations were complete. When you talk to someone, you talk to them. No phone on the table. No, hold on, let me check something. No texting someone else while nodding at the person in front of you. Eye contact, full attention, presence. And when the conversation ended, it ended. You didn't keep talking via text for 3 more hours. You said goodbye, and you were alone with your thoughts. The world felt solid. Places had meaning because you went to them. The record store, the arcade, the mall, the library. You couldn't just order what you wanted. You had to go there, and that made it real, tangible, physical, earned. People were whole. You knew people in one context. Your friend from school was your friend from school, not a curated Instagram profile, not a LinkedIn persona, not a TikTok character, just them. Messy, inconsistent, human. You saw them tired, you saw them awkward, you saw them real. Time moved differently. A week felt like a week. Summer lasted forever. Waiting for something, Christmas, a birthday, a concert, was excruciating. But the anticipation made it matter. And then, something shifted. Quietly at first. A computer in the house, dial-up internet, an AIM screen name, a MySpace profile. It seemed harmless, exciting even, a new way to connect. But it wasn't just connection, it was the beginning of something else. The analogy begins. In the early 1900s, electrification changed the world. Before electricity, night was night. When the sun set, life slowed. Families gathered by candlelight. Conversations happened. Sleep came naturally. The world had a rhythm, imposed by nature, not chosen, just there. Then, electric lights. Suddenly, you could work at night, socialize at night, stay awake as long as you wanted. It seemed like freedom. But something was lost. The boundary between day and night blurred, the rhythm broke, and sleep, natural, restorative sleep, became something you had to fight for. The internet did the same thing. But instead of blurring day and night, it blurred here and there, now and later, you and everyone else. And once those boundaries dissolved, so did reality. Let's talk about what the internet actually did. Not the utopian promise, not the connecting the world marketing, what it actually did to your brain. It made everything infinite. Before the internet, you had enough. Enough music, the CDs you owned. Enough shows, what was on TV this week. Enough friends, the people you actually knew. Enough information, what was in the library. You couldn't consume more even if you wanted to. The scarcity forced satisfaction. But then, every song ever made, available instantly. Every show ever filmed, one click away. Every person on Earth, theoretically accessible. Every piece of information, Googleable, and your brain couldn't handle it. The paradox of choice. When you have infinite options, you can't choose. You scroll Netflix for 30 minutes and watch nothing. You have 10,000 songs and can't pick one. You follow 500 people and feel close to none. Abundance became paralysis, and worse, nothing felt special anymore. That album you waited months to buy? Now it's just another Spotify playlist. That movie you saw in theaters 3 times? Now it's background noise while you scroll. Access killed value. It destroyed waiting. Waiting used to be part of life. Waiting for a letter. Waiting for a call. Waiting to hear back. Waiting to know. And in that waiting, something happened. You processed. You sat with your thoughts. You wondered. You imagined. You felt things fully before moving to the next thing. Now, no waiting. Message sent. Seen immediately. Response expected in 30 seconds. No processing. No space. No pause. Life became a constant input stream. And you stopped being. You started reacting. It turned people into content. Before the internet, people were just people. Flawed. Boring sometimes. Interesting other times. But now, everyone is a brand. Every moment is content. Every experience is a post. Every emotion is performance. You don't live your life. You document it. And in the documenting, you stop living it. You're at a concert, but you're not at the concert. You're filming it, posting it, checking if anyone liked it, comparing your experience to everyone else's. The experience becomes secondary. The proof of the experience becomes primary. It fragmented your attention. Before the internet, you could only be in one place. If you were reading, you were reading. If you were with someone, you were with them. Your attention was whole. Now, you're reading, but also checking notifications. You're with someone, but also texting someone else. You're watching something, but also scrolling something. Your attention is shattered into 1,000 pieces, and each piece gets weaker. The analogy continues. After electrification, scientists studied what happened to human sleep. Before, 8 to 9 hours of deep, uninterrupted sleep. After, fragmented, restless, insufficient sleep. Why? Because the natural boundary, sunset, was gone. The body no longer knew when to rest. The internet did the same to your attention. Before, deep sustained focus was natural. After, fractured, scattered, exhausted attention. Why? Because the natural boundary, place, was gone. Your mind no longer knows when to stop. Here's something you probably haven't noticed. You no longer share reality with anyone. Not fully. Before the internet, everyone watched the same TV shows. Everyone heard the same news. Everyone talked about the same things. Not because it was better content, but because there were only so many channels. Shared scarcity equals shared experience. Monday morning at school or work. Did you see that episode last night? Yes, everyone did. Because everyone saw the same thing. That created culture. Shared references, shared jokes, shared memories. Now, you watch your algorithm. I watch mine. You see news that confirms your beliefs. I see news that confirms mine. You follow your echo chamber. I follow mine. We live in parallel realities, and when we talk, we're speaking different languages. The filter bubble. The internet promised to connect the world. Instead, it splintered it. Everyone gets a personalized feed. Everyone gets a custom reality, and no one sees the same world anymore. This isn't just about politics. It's about everything. You think a song is huge, but I've never heard it. You think a topic is everywhere, but it never crossed my feed. The shared reality collapsed, and with it, connection became harder. The death of small talk. You used to be able to talk to anyone because you shared a baseline reality, the weather, last night's game, that new movie everyone saw. Now, did you see? No. Have you heard? No. What do you think about? I don't know what that is. We lost the common ground. The analogy. Before mass media, villages shared a single reality. Everyone knew the same stories. Everyone celebrated the same events. Everyone lived in the same world. Then mass media created national shared realities. Then the internet destroyed all shared realities. Now we live in 8 billion individual realities, all alone, together. Let's talk about the most insidious change. The internet turned your life into a performance, and you didn't even notice. Before, you lived. You made mistakes in private. You had boring days. You wore sweatpants. You failed. You were human, and no one documented it. So you didn't have to be on all the time. You could just be. Now, every moment is a potential post. Every outfit is a potential photo. Every meal is a potential story. Every emotion is a potential caption. You curate your life, not for yourself, for them, the invisible audience. The highlight reel. You post your wins. You hide your losses. You post your vacation. You hide your anxiety. You post your relationship. You hide your fights. You perform happiness. And then you scroll and see everyone else performing their happiness. And you think, why is everyone else's life better than mine? But it's not. It's all performance. Everyone is faking it. Everyone is hiding the same things you are, but no one admits it. The comparison trap. Before the internet, you compared yourself to maybe 10 people, your friends, your siblings, your neighbors. That was it. Now, you compare yourself to billions. Every successful person, every attractive person, every person living your dream life. Your brain wasn't built for this. You're comparing your behind the scenes to everyone's highlight reel. And you're losing every single day. The loss of authenticity. You used to know who you were. Now, you're whoever gets the most likes. You change your opinions based on engagement. You curate your personality for the algorithm. You perform a version of yourself that works, but it's not you. And the worst part? You forgot what you even means. Because you've been performing for so long, you don't remember what it felt like to just be, without an audience. Here's something terrifying. You don't remember things anymore, not the way you used to. The camera paradox. You take 100 photos of a sunset, but do you remember the sunset? Studies show, no. When you photograph something, your brain stops encoding the memory. Why? Because it thinks, the camera is remembering for me. So you have 10,000 photos, but 0 memories. Before the internet, you lived moments fully because you knew you'd never get them back. So you paid attention. That concert, you watched it with your eyes, not through a screen. That conversation, you listened, not while scrolling. Your brain encoded everything because it had to. Now, you externalize memory. Google remembers facts. Your phone remembers birthdays. Instagram remembers your vacation. Your brain stopped trying. And now, you can't remember what you did last week because you weren't there. You were documenting. Let's be honest, you can't go back. The internet exists, smartphones exist, the world has changed, but you can reclaim presence. You can make life feel real again. Here's how. Step 1. Create edges again. Your life needs boundaries. Digital sunset. No screens after 8 p.m. Let night be night again. Sacred spaces. Bedroom equals no phone. Dinner table equals no devices. Bathroom equals just you, seriously. Analog activities. 1 hour per day. No screens at all. Read a physical book. Walk without headphones. Cook without looking up recipes. The edges create presence. Step 2. Return to finite. Stop consuming infinite content. Curate scarcity. Unfollow everyone except 20 people you actually know. Delete apps you don't need. 1 show at a time. Finish before starting another. 1 album at a time. Listen 10 times before moving on. Scarcity equals value. Step 3. Stop performing 30-day challenge. Don't post anything. Not 1 photo. Not 1 story. Not 1 status. Live your life for yourself. Not for likes. Not for validation. Not for proof. And notice, life becomes quieter, but realer. Step 4. Rebuild shared reality. Choose 1 thing to share with people. 1 show everyone watches. 1 book club. 1 weekly gathering. In person, not online. Shared experience equals connection. Step 5. Stop documenting. Start remembering. New rule. Take 1 photo per day. That's it. Not 50. 1. Choose carefully, and then put the phone away. The result. Life slows down, but it deepens. You remember things again. You feel things again. You are again. When you unplug, really unplug, something strange happens. The world comes back into focus. You'll notice the texture of things, the weight of objects, the warmth of sunlight, the sound of silence. You'll have thoughts that are yours, not reactions to someone else's post, not recycled opinions, your thoughts. Strange, original, yours. You'll feel bored, and that's good. Boredom is where creativity lives. Let yourself be bored. Don't fill it. You'll feel lonely, and that's good too. Because you'll realize, scrolling isn't connection. Real connection requires presence, and presence requires being here. Life will feel real again. Not perfect, not exciting every moment, but real, solid, tangible, yours. From a neuroscience standpoint, neuroplasticity, your brain can relearn presence. Studies show 30 days of reduced screen time equals increased sustained attention. Regular analog time equals restored working memory. No phone before bed equals improved sleep quality and deeper memory consolidation. Default mode, network reactivation. When you stop bombarding your brain with external input, the DMN, responsible for self-reflection, meaning-making, and creativity, comes back online. You remember who you are. Presence is a skill. You're not broken. You're just out of practice. And like any skill, it comes back with practice. The world before the internet isn't gone. It's still here. You just have to put the screen down and look up.